Hey YouTube, it's Jimmy Anderson here with another video and quick predictions on Bound for Glory 2013. And yeah, I'm going to be talking about the matches and give my predictions and a few things that's happened. And this is my first one like this. It's going to be Bound for Glory on October 20th this Sunday in the Viejas Arena. But I'm going to get started with the Bound for Glory countdown or whatever. And yeah, let's get to the first matches, and yeah, see you in the next part. Alright, the first match on the pre-show, the countdown to Bound for Glory, is the Gauntlet Match. Bromance, Jesse, Godders, and Robbie E. versus Eric Young and Joseph Park versus Hernandez, and Chavo versus Kaz and Daniels. And I don't really think that the other teams can do it besides Kaz and Daniels. I think that Kaz and Daniels are going to win. Don't really think much else of the other guys. Romance definitely isn't going to win. Don't think Eric Young and Joseph Parks are going to win, or Chavo and Hernandez. They already have their time. So, yeah, my prediction for the Gauntlet match is going to be Kaz and Christopher Daniels. Now on to the next match. Wait. For the next match, the winner of that match gets to go on to face James Storm and Gunner for the World Tag Team Championships, but that'll be another part. And, yeah. Next match. Alright, not really a match, but EC3 coming to Bound for Glory. Ethan Carter 3. Don't really know much. He seems like this rich, snobby guy. Doesn't look like I'll like him, but we'll have to see. Don't really know anything else besides that. He may have something to do with Dixie Carter, but yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. He's probably not going to be in any matches. He might come out in the middle of a match, and maybe in the main event. I'm not for sure, but yeah. I'll be talking about that, the main event, in another part. But now to the next match. Alright, now into the first match of the card, of the official card, whatever, like the real show. Gail Kim versus Brooke Tessmacher versus ODB for the Knockouts Championship. And I'm going to go ahead and say that I think that it would be cool if Brooke would win and be champions, or like with Bully, but I don't think that's going to happen. But you'll have my thoughts on that match in a minute. But, yeah, I think that ODB is going to retain unless Lady Tapa comes out and beats up them and gets a disqualification, or well, she would still retain it, but whatever. But, yeah, nothing much on this match. Just, yeah, knockouts, but doesn't look too appealing to me. But, yeah, on the next match. Alright, now it's Gunner and James Storm versus whoever wins the Gauntlet match in the pre-show. Kaz and Daniels, Hernandez and Chavo, EY and Joseph Parks and Bromance. I think that Kaz and Daniels are going to win, but I don't think they're going to be able to pick up the win for the tag team titles. I think Gunner and James Storm are going to have a pretty good reign. They seem to be doing fine as partners, and yeah, not really appealing to me on that match either. But yeah. Don't really have much else to say about that, but, yeah, I guess to the next match now. Alright, now the next match, Ultimate X Division Championship match, Austin Aries versus Manic, Suicide, TJ Perkins, whatever, the X Division Champion, versus Chris Sabin, versus Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe, and it was going to be, Austin Aries versus Chris Sabin versus Manic in a regular match, but Jeff Hardy got added or whatever, and then he said he wanted to do let's make it Ultimate X since he never did one, and then Samoa Joe added himself to the match, makes it even more awesome. This match looks like it's going to be an awesome match. I'm going to have to try to find a stream or something, because this match I definitely want to check out. Big fan of the X Division stuff. The Ultimate X matches are just awesome, and full of talent in that match. Probably lots of cool spots, high flying, lots of action. But this is a toss-up. Any one of these people could win. But I would like to see Jeff Hardy win. I would like to see Saban win. I would like to see Joe win. I don't really want Austin Aries to win or Manic to retain. But, I see Jeff Hardy winning. That's what I think might happen. And, yeah, his first time in Ultimate X match. He seems like he could do an awesome match in Ultimate X. Joe, and Saban are experienced in this. And I think Aries and Manic maybe have one or two inside in the Ultimate X match. But really looking forward to this match. But I think Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy's gonna win. But yeah, on the next match. All right, the next match: Kurt Angle versus Bobby Roode. This happened because Kurt Angle was being inducted, and he's been out for a little while. I heard he was in rehab or something, but I guess he's back now. But he came out during a Bobby Roode Ego Hall of Fame induction because he was mocking Kurt Angle. Because it showed like the induction thing for Kurt Angle, but when it was talking about Kurt Angle, like instead of saying Kurt Angle, it said Bobby Roode. So it was like sort of like them like doing voiceovers or whatever, like, or they fixed it or something. It was pretty cool how they did it, but like when they was talking about like he's a good wrestler and stuff, it was for Kurt Angle, but they were talking about they said Bobby Roode, whatever, they like took out the Kurt Angle part and said Bobby Roode. But there's no doubt that Kurt Angle's, there's no doubt, like, that he's not going to lose or whatever. He's definitely going to win, making his return. Not the biggest return for him, not for any titles, not for anything, but to win and beat up people, give some suplexes, Kurt Angle's Angle Slam, and then an Angle Lock. But, yeah, definitely think that Kurt Angle's going to win. And, yeah, on to the next match. Alright, the next match, Magnus versus Sting. Don't really know why this is actually happening, but maybe mentor versus mentee, I don't know. Trainee versus trainer, I'm not for sure what you call it. But, master versus apprentice, not really for sure, but Sting had Magnus under his wing for a little while Main Event Mafia was back, but it sort of died down. They all went their separate ways pretty much. Rampage is gone, Kurt was out, Joe is pretty much on his own, and Sting can't really fight for the title, so he's not really got much to do. But yeah, I think that Sting is gonna put Magnus over, make him a bigger star. Magnus deserves, he's a good wrestler, but he hasn't really showed it much because he's not really in any high profile title matches or anything. And yeah, I think that Magnus is gonna win. It'll be either a friendly match, or after the match Sting is gonna turn heel and face Magnus again or something if Sting doesn't win. Like, it could go either way. This is like an unpredictable pay-per-view, pretty much, some of the matches. And, yeah, I think that Magnus is gonna win. And, yes, on to the main, or, not yes, but, now, on to the next match, the main event. Alright, now the final match of Bound for Glory. The winner of the Bound for Glory series, AJ Styles versus Bully Ray for the TNA, Impact, whatever, Heavyweight Championship. And, yeah, everyone wants AJ to win. Everyone knows AJ is going to win. Big fan of AJ. He's been my favorite since I've been watching TNA for the past 8 years. 8.5, whatever. Because I watched a little of the Fox Sports stuff, I think. I remember seeing it before it was on Spike. But, that doesn't really have to do with Bound for Glory. But, AJ hasn't really done much the past few years. Hasn't really won any titles. Or big titles. I think it's been since 2010 since he's had a world title. But I want to see him win the world title. He's my second favorite wrestler next to CM Punk. And, yeah, this guy is just an awesome wrestler. And I think that Bully Ray, he'll be able to put on a good match with Bully Ray. I'm not the biggest fan of Bully Ray, but he's been seeming to improve. because before he was just known as that one guy that did the table matches and stuff, but now he's actually like a legit technical wrestler, and sucks for him. He's gonna be losing the belt to AJ Styles unless the EC3 guy comes out and interrupts the match. That's the only possibility that I think that could happen, because he could have something to do with Dixie Carter, and Dixie Carter does not want AJ to win or whatever, because she's having that feud with AJ on Impact. She had the $50,000 thing on AJ's head or whatever, bounty for him, and nothing happened. No one got the money, but yeah, I just definitely think AJ Styles is gonna win. And after this, I'm just gonna do a quick recap, and then my outro, and yeah. Now to the recap of all the matches. Alright, now with the quick recap, first match, the Gauntlet match on the pre-show, or the Bound for Glory, Countdown to Bound for Glory. Bromance versus Eric Young, and Joseph Park versus Hernandez and Chavo versus Kaz and Daniels. I think Kaz and Daniels are going to win. Then the next match, Gail Kim versus Brooke Tessmacher versus ODB. I think ODB is going to win. Then the tag team title match, whoever wins the Gauntlet match for the first match versus James Storm and Gunner. I think James Storm and Gunner return, and I think that they're going to face Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. But yeah, after that, the Ultimate X match, AJ Styles or Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries versus Samoa Joe versus Manic versus Chris Sabin for the X Division Championship and Ultimate X match. I think Jeff Hardy's gonna win. The next match, Bobby Roode versus Kurt Angle. I think Kurt Angle's gonna win. Sting versus Magnus. I think Magnus is gonna win. The main event, Bully Ray versus AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles is gonna win. But yeah, this is my first video like this, sort of showing the pictures of the match cards and stuff. Just quick predictions. Never did predictions on a Bound for Glory or TNA show, and might start doing it if I can get pictures like this and have it good set up like this. Let me know what you think about this. I've never really done one like this, but yeah, I probably might start doing predictions for the TNA shows. But yeah, that's about it. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.